I used to work in a movie theater back in 2016. This was right around the time of the clown craze going on at the time. I worked this job for about 2 years at the time as I wanted money as I was in school. My parents needed help paying my cap, gown, and school fees, and the job was rather nice, despite the low pay and often weird customer interactions. But, on the bright side, I got to view many of the films before they even came out, which lays the groundwork for this story's events. Around this time, the movie 31 had released, and recall the clown craze I mentioned? Yeah, if you know anything about this movie, it wasn't the perfect timing for it. Nevertheless, I was working the night on its release. A good group of teens and adults were watching the screening. The night proceeded to go on quite normal, with nothing appearing out of the ordinary. I thus continued my shift and went to clean some popcorn I saw spilled. As I did so, I began to feel panicked. I looked around believing someone was watching me, but I just chalked it up to my anxiety. That was until I saw a man pass by, and not once did he ever look up at me, and just proceeded to head into the theater showing 31. Again, I thought nothing of it until a few minutes later, I began hearing what I thought sounded like muffled gunshots. Me and another coworker stood shocked and nervous. As precaution, we asked security to check out that theater. This is where things took a turn for the worse. No sooner had the security guard entered did we hear more muffled gunshots, followed by screaming. I instinctually pulled the fire alarm as people began running and exiting. My coworker then began dialing 911 as I immediately bolted for the exit. The details are as follows. A guy dressed in clown makeup entered the screening and immediately shot two teenagers sitting on the front row. He fired into the crowd as many hid. The security guard was injured, but he did manage to kill the guy. Around 10 people were hurt and 4 dead. I quit that job that night as it shook me to my core. I often have nightmares wondering what could have happened had he shot me before he even entered that theater.